What is going on, PMG fam, CBB Nation? What is happening? It's Sunday Fun Day. What's going on? How are y'all feeling? Is anybody out there? Or is it just me? That's what I ask myself when I'm looking up in the sky for the aliens that they told us that are here. I just say, am I by myself? Or do we have anybody from some faraway land? Like, I don't know, Fiji. What's going on, Asta? Thank you so much for setting this up. What's going on, my friend? There he is, the man who we had him on last time, Mr. Charles Mack. Good to see you, my friend. He knew the assignment and he is on the task. What is going on, Danny? Good to see you. Lance, Sam, yay. That's what I'm talking about. Royalty in the house. I love it. I'll tell you, the reason I was a little bit late is that I wanted to have a different song for you guys, and that royalty-free music on Artlist, they say AI doesn't save you money yet, right? Well, I can tell you, Wendy we're going through the financials, and I'm telling you, I'm going to be canceling a lot of subscriptions I sure don't need anymore. Artlist, for example, I didn't even plan on talking about this. Artlist, Storyblocks, these are all services that I've used for years as a video editor, editing our own things and for clients in the past. If you didn't want to go shoot the shot and you had to do a video, and if you're not shooting the video, I don't know how you do those things, but I would be shooting the video, and in certain cases I'm not going to get the shot that I need. So if it's available, royalty free, stock, you had to have an account. Some of those accounts, I don't know, were like $365 a year, something crazy like that. Monthly subscriptions, everybody loves them, right? Well, I was on all of them. I still am, but I don't think I need those anymore because I made this, for example, this song, this wonderful beat with my drum kit and Fruity Loops. Now I'm just playing. I generated it right before I got onto the screen, and it actually was the crappiest prompt. But if you know me, I'm not afraid to show you the bad. This is literally, hey there, Wendy, and I'm not going to have your comment on here when I read this. It's embarrassing, but I said, generate a smooth looping background song for a YouTube video, hip hop, 60 secs. 60 secs, guys. That's what you're listening to. It's going to be one of those days, y'all. What is going on, Jeff? You should be looking. We're going to have some fun, baby, like we always do. And this is your YouTube video, hip hop, 60 secs song. And yes, I'm in Claude right now. I'm already jumping ahead. Asta had taken the time. I'm going to try to show them in the right order. Actually, we're just going to totally skip around on the order, I think. But we can do all sorts of things. And we're in Claude right now. And I just generated a song for you guys. Let's generate another one. Let's put my prompting skills to the test. Let's get Jeff off the screen. He doesn't want to be connected to this one. And I'll get to the other comments. Thank you all so much for hanging out. If you got an idea of what our song should be about, let me know. But let's do it like this. We're going to say, that's awesome. We want to keep the same beat, but this time generate a song, and I want you to include the following names. I want you to include the name Asta, who is from Fiji and watching live right now, along with Robert, along with Kim, along with Charles, along with Jay Fear. I'm going to leave it spelled that way too. And let's see who else we're going to have up in here. Along with Jeff, along with Wendy, the chatbot queen, and Danny and Lance, and make it a whole minute. Smooth bumping. We want it to kind of sound like Drake, but we can't say Drake, obviously, because we don't want to get canceled. And let's run it. Yee. I said that. This is where Asta's got his hand on the plug, y'all. And he's like, all right, Ryan is wild tonight. I'm ready to whoosh, technical difficulties. So, but that's cool because look what we got Claude doing, y'all. Y'all see what I'm seeing? I'll generate a smooth Drake-like hip-hop track with all those names included. Let me generate that for you now. And yes, look where we are, folks. We are in Claude Boy. Claude's doing that. Can you generate music with your Claude? See, we got that AGI version. Y'all didn't You must not know it came out yet. Let me explain what just happened, okay? And then we'll get into the regular scheduled program. I'm wilding. Duration. This is all JSON, man. You know, you thought you were gonna have to go get that book, JSON for Dummies, or watch 10 YouTube videos to learn JSON, but I'll tell you this, you could do that. Maybe it'll help you, but it probably won't, because you ain't gonna be more better than Claude at writing JSON or prompt engineering. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, so here's what we did. Generate music. He did it the first time, and I mean Claude, 60 seconds, and I'll make sure that music's not too loud, so I'm not too crunk. They'll take me right off YouTube. Demonetize us. We're not monetizing, we don't want to be. So smooth hip-hop rap song, Drake style. So immediately Claude flunked and said Drake, and then 11 Labs like, nah, we ain't getting sued by Drake. He's got too much money. Invalid, bro. And I love how the AI rejected the AI. It's always cracked me up. So Claude didn't give up. Claude's like, psh, run it. I'm gonna break out of this. You can't stop me. I'm Claude. I'm Claude, yo. So then hit him with another JSON prompt. And this time he didn't include the name Drake, but he did include the name and the location from which I mentioned one of those names, all in that Prizzy prompt. The music has been generated successfully by 11 Labs V2. This is gangster. This is MCP. Screw the slideshow. This is MCP, and I love how Claude responds. It gives us the fire emoji. I'm going to open this bad boy up, but I'm not going to listen to it, but I am going to download it. But let's do one thing, because this is going to teach you guys something as we go along. I got to turn that off. That's too loud in my headphones. I'm going to do this. I'm going to say, well, sometimes 11 Labs be lying. So how about you reach into that big old tool bag you have and find the Analyze Media tool and let me know if indeed all of the names are mentioned, and tell the truth. Notice I'm using Fable 7. Now I'm just playing. I'm using Haiku 4.5 because I'm cheap like that. But we use that Analyze Media, and we got the URL here. All right, I'm going to keep it 100 of you. It did include most of your crew, but not all of them. Here are the names that made it. That's that. Okay, look. So this is funny. It's streaming text, so we can talk about that too tonight, because we have all these options. But in streaming text, what happens is as soon as the response is able to generate, it starts producing, you visually seeing the tokens. And maybe it's a way that they can spin more tokens up on your account and charge you more. Maybe it's a conspiracy, but it says, all right, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. The track did include it all. That's 9 out of 9. It could have just said, yeah, but here it goes. So what I'm going to do is, and I've never listened to the song, but I know it's not copyrighted. How about that? I'm going to add it up in here to StreamYard, which is the streaming platform we're on. And we're going to switch up the song that we're listening to and see if I'm correct, or is this all smoke? So I'm going to keep it 100 with you. So here's the song we just generated. Tell me if you heard your name or not. Yeah. I need my glasses for this. Where are they at? Yeah. You know we stay true. Asta from Fiji and Robert, we see you. Kim and Charles holding it down on the block. Jay Fear on the beat, never stops, check the clock. Jeff brings the fire. Wendy the chapel queen. Danny and Lance living out the dream. Oh man. I like this. This could be a hit. You know, that's so funny. That's so funny. We're just getting right into it. This is Jiggy. Is it just me? Yeah. Just vibing. All right, so it's over. Oh my gosh. I know I'm crazy. I get it. But is that not... We got Claude on the mic. I didn't have to prompt it. I just had to think it. And it said the chapel queen. I didn't notice that. It should have said chatbot queen. That should have just been a given. So that's a bit of a fail. So we'll turn this down. You know, so that's kind of cool, right? We just saw that it is indeed possible for old Claude boy here to lay down a track. And I played the track for you. Did you hear that? Or I hope it wasn't just me because I feel like so dumb. I saw this. Okay. Do we have anybody? Oh, what's up, Mir? I should have put your name in there. I'm so sorry I didn't see you. Dang, we got the Barbie queen herself. Did y'all hear this, or was it just me? That's good. Okay, so yes, sweet song. All right, so very cool. Yes, we heard it. Okay, I thought I was like in another dimension for a second there, which I could have been in. This is so fun. Okay, now, that's great. So cool, Ryan. You showed us some magic trick. You made it, I don't know, somehow use dark, evil magic, and you made Claude a text chatbot. Okay, a text-only agent. We just made a song, and I just played it for you. If only we could make that into a music video. Well, guess what? We can do that too. And just because I've already let the cat out of the bag, I'm gonna just go ahead and let's pretend we started this episode at the end. I'll just show you here's the gangster way to do it. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna just go ahead and say, check this out. That was excellent. Now what I want you to do is I want you to prove to people that you can reference my real PayMeGPT logo. And I want you to generate an image using your best friend, Gemini, the best resolution. And I want you to create a square image that we post only on Facebook and Twitter. And I want it to say live right now. Thanks for all who are tuning in from all around the world, hashtag PMG fam, hashtag CBB Nation. Okay, so what's happening here? I want you to generate that. I'm going to say, and listen, I trust you because we've done this a million times, bro. And you're live on YouTube right now. So don't mess this up. Be sure you reference my logo and be sure we're using the absolute most gangster possible image generation. Come up with a slick, cool caption that's just going to make all the other bot builders be like, I want to join that team. Just make it 2 lines or something and go ahead and post it. Again, only on Facebook, only on that Twitter bird platform. Run it and don't ask any questions. Don't ask any questions. By the way, y'all, you'll never guess this. Maybe some of you on my Facebook feed have saw this. True or false? OpenAI is building something huge 45 minutes away from where I live right now. OpenAI. And Sam is actually, funny enough, he's moving into my parents' place. My parents, they just sold their house. And they'll be moving out, and Sam Altman will be moving in. I'm just kidding. I'm just totally just kidding. That'll make me go viral, though. Just kidding. But anyways, that's hilarious that that the OpenAI of all companies, I never would have guessed, would be building a huge mega data center in the town I grew up in, still 45 minutes away from here on Hilton Head. Insane. My parents are moving, by the way, but Sam Altman was not buying their house. Some other dude bought it. Congratulations to my parents, by the way. It says, I got you, Ryan. Let me pull PayMeGPT logo from your reference library, cousin. So it searched some tools, found the tools, found them. Then after it found the tool, it used the tool. And so it looked for logo, and it found the first 5 of my reference images in my library, and it found the logo. So it says, done, got you. Now let me post this to Facebook. So it should be live on Facebook right now. And it should be on Twitter right now as well. If everything worked out just how we need it to. Facebook, queued for immediately publishing, and X. So we can actually go ahead and check that in a minute. It says the caption, building empires, not follower accounts. Join the movement. I can also, just before we get into the presentation slide of things and before you go to sleep, I'm going to be all right, I got 2 questions for you. Number 1, go back in the last, I don't know, 7 to 10 days or something, and tell me what our #1 best performing post was. Don't tell me any of the analytics because that's none of the audience's business just yet. But just tell me which post was the best one and describe why you think it was the best. And then also let me know if what you just posted actually posted. And if so, give me the links, cousin. And I like how Claude just assumes square format gangster vibes. FOMO. I can't wait to see what that looks like. Perfect. Here's the real intel, cousin. That CEO stress test with the AI agent too comfortable during a mock interview. Okay, so this was shout out to Austin for that clip. It was during the last live whenever we made basically an HR whole deal, an HR bot. I interviewed for the job for the lobster job, filled out the form, got the call, and I guess I bombed that interview and it roasted me. And so that was our best performing post. That makes total sense. And yeah, did you know Claude could do that? Can your Claude do that? It should be able to do that. There are now platforms. PMG is one of them. I might know some other people that have platforms that also can do this. It's a very, very small group of people, close knit. And it says, yes, what we just posted is live. Let's go ahead and see what's on the Twitter bird. Let's see what it looks like. It says, try boosting this right now. I've tried on iPhone 2 times and y'all block me every time. Live right now, PM Jizzle. Thanks for tuning in worldwide. It said FMG fam. Now there you go. I should have checked it. FMG fam. It should have been PMG fam. But it could be me. It could mean money getting fam. That was probably my typo too. Let's just see if it was. Let's see if it was. No. I don't know where my prompt went. I'm sure it was. PayMeGPT logo. Look, yeah, see, look, I said it was my typo. But that's all good. No worries. I think that's still funny. I don't know if we could edit things easily or not, but I think we're going to get into the presentation now, unless we've got some people already asking questions. But the first thing I'm going to do, because we do have these slides for you, is let's talk about something here. Why did this MCP stuff matter? Okay, and then how do you connect, and what's the benefit? And I think the first thing that I'll probably end up showing you is probably how most of you guys got started in this AI game. You use this little thing called ChatGPT. Is how I like to say it. It's ChatGPT. Okay, and so what we'll do here is we will try to see if I can show you exactly how to do this yourself. And so what we'll do first is we're going to go over to chatgpt.com. They say this is like the 4th or 5th most visited website in the world now, by the way. And again, like over 50% of people in the US and in the business world, I guess, essentially are using AI in some way, meaning they're like asking questions to chatbots. But anyways, we're in ChatGPT. This is a pro account, and I'm going to go here to my settings. Then I'm going to go over to plugins, and then I should see my plugins here. And I see PayMeGPT is right here. Okay, I'm already connected. If you are in developer mode, which I am, you have to enable this. You can add your own custom connectors. And so that's what you're going to have to do. And if you are on our white label partner program, you have the same ability, a fully branded MCP server that with your domain and logo and all that. And it's some very, very cool stuff. Secure sign in with ChatGPT. This is how I sign in, but you have to be in developer mode. Okay, so if I'm going to go back into plugins here, there should be, let's see if we can find it again. The way to add browse plugins. You'd click browse, and let's go ahead and remove the PayMeGPT one I've got so you can see it from the very beginning. So I'm just going to disconnect, and I should see it somewhere here still, or maybe it's just gone. It looks like it's just gone, which is totally fine. Disconnected. So now you're in your ChatGPT account. You clicked your avatar and you're in settings and you've gone to plugins. You've made sure developer mode is turned on, which ours is. And then now we can go back to plugins and we can go into browse plugins. This is where they put that sneaky little button right here. By the way, ChatGPT does have skills. If you're into that sort of thing, we could talk about that. But here is where you would place the name of the app, which in our case is PayMeGPT. You could call it whatever you want. It doesn't matter. You could call it Ryan's Agents. But I'm just going to call it PayMeGPT because that's what it is called for me. You don't need a description unless you're just like that. And in our case, very, very easy. It's just the domain. In your case, it would be your subdomain or your domain. It's paymegptizzle.com/MCP. Easy peasy, right? And that's all you need to do. You type in the domain and then you click I understand. And basically this says custom MCP servers give you infinite power. Use at your own risk. And so then we're going to click create. This is you creating, the name already exists. So I guess I didn't fully delete it yet. So what I'll do is I'll refresh my screen. I'm going to go back. And if this happens to you, this is just something you just go right in and you go back into plugins and you look for it. I don't see it here anymore. Developer mode. I bet you, can I remove it here? How do I remove it? How? That's silly. It may be a refresh on their side here. I don't see it anymore, though. Do you? Browse. Let's make sure I don't see it here. PayMeGPT. Okay, so it is here. Are we in the thing now? No, this says personal. So if I click here, I can now install the plugin. But what I want to do is uninstall it so you can see it from the very beginning. So install plugin, I guess I can't fully remove it. Once it's there, it's there. Either way, that's literally what you would do is you go to the settings. I'll show it to you one more time. Plugins, you enable developer mode right here. And then, so once you've done that, you'll go where they've got it hidden here now as browse and you hit the plus sign. You could upload your icon if you want to. Again, you can put any name you want here and it's your domain /MCP. But again, we're already connected. And apparently, I didn't know this until just now. What's the Godfather quote? Every time I try to get out, they pull me back in. Well, in this case, I guess I can't remove this plugin anymore. But I should be able to hit plus. That does something. Let's hit manage. Okay, and let's click connect. Okay, so if you're a white label, you have this is your brand, not ours. This gives you Superman and Superwoman powers. You click sign in. And this is the new thing that we've brought today, which is so exciting. Previously, and I want to explain this to you guys so you can understand that this is the best, fastest customer acquisition pipeline you can think of. We've got a slide for that. For my white labels, listen to me very carefully because this is an awesome, awesome thing for you. If you want to get subscribers and you want to get customers, take it from me. I've been doing this for a long time. The number one thing you want to do is eliminate as much friction as humanly possible. The easier it is that you can get someone to create an account to you and start using your product, the better off you are. And what we just have allowed you to do is use ChatGPT, Claude, and Grok to be your potential #1 customer acquisition channel in your entire funnel, in your entire business. You may be able to obtain more paying customers by just getting them to do what I'm showing you to do right now. And again, it's all your brand if you're a partner. If you're not, again, we do have the referral program, although I've not been a big proponent of that thing. That was just something that you early people know who you are wanted that. So we have that. But here's what's so cool. Previously, if someone was hyped about the MCP abilities, if you have told them that this is what they can do, so they become your client, they become your they want to become your subscriber, they want to try it out. If they get to this page without an account with you, then it will fail. It will not work. It'll say, sorry, we don't know you, bro. But now what have we done, son? All of our partners, including ourselves, because why not, are able to have a create your free account button. Now, what I do want to do is I want to check to see if I do have an account that I'm going to delete, because I plan on deleting it. Hopefully I'll be able to remember the password. It is going to be, let's see, Ryan. Let's see if I can remember what it is. HHI@Gmail. And I think I know what the password is. And if so, then we're Gucci, man. Let's see. Come on, let me get that right. Let it be my lucky day, boy. No. Let me see. Could it be that? No. Let me check my password here real quick, because this is the account. It might not exist. That might be what it is too, that would be the good thing to like show you here. I'm going to create my free account. It's got my first and last name. The email is going to be, believe it's that email. Just let me double check that on my phone. I don't send something to the wrong email and not be able to access it. But let me just double check that. It is, yes, so that is correct. So if I don't have an account, it should allow me to create an account. Let's see if it does. I already have one. So I just had the wrong password. Dadgummit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the account that I'm trying to sign into. And so when I click it again, what will happen is it'll allow me to delete it. So on my phone here, I would show you, but I don't want to show anything sensitive. I'm going to open up that account that I have. I'm just going to delete the account. Once that's deleted, I'll be able to recreate it here right from the ChatGPT screen. This is why it's important. This is why I'm like stressing this to you guys to understand, like, this is gangster. So I'm deleting the account, and cool, it says I'm deleted. So I should wait a second or two, and hopefully I'll be able to log right in. So I'm going to use my password here. This is just a throwaway account, but let's see. We should be able to create the thing now. Boom, there it is. So now I'm going to get the email, the verification email. And again, this is always your branding, your colors, all that stuff. I know that's super important to me too. I understand how important it is for your guys' business. And for the ones that really want to have it like that. So I just got the code. I see my new user signed up. So let's enter the code. 964-462. No, that's not right. I almost clicked it. 96. I'm feeling like Wendy. We're dyslexic right now. Then 462. Or maybe I'm just mistyping that. All right, that looks like it's good. Cool. So here is what we've just done. That click for all my white label folks, that click, and for people that have never signed up for PayMeGPT, what this means for you is you literally don't have to go into the UI. You do not have to go to this website or your own homepage or whatever. Instead, you're going from ChatGPT or Claude or Grok to this screen. And then you're able to include API keys if you want. If you're a white label and you are providing the API keys, any API key that you're providing won't show up here. So you'll be able to make that margin. In this case, I should be able to just remove all API keys. I've got nothing here, but I could literally in one screen be set up for life. No, just set up perfectly in my account so fast. Any of the AIs that I wanted to use, okay, any of the services, I just pop in my keys right here. If I've got Twilio, just need the ID and token, and you got your SMTP here. I'm just going to skip this for now. Okay, so now literally in my account, which I'm going to sign into now, I'm going to sign in to the account that I just created inside of, what do you call it? Claude. And Gmail. Boom. Okay, cool. And then what was my password? What did we just make it? I think that should be it, unless I just hit a button I shouldn't have. Yeah, I just like fat fingered it. All right, so this will be it. Boom, shakalaka. So we're in the account. This account was made just by signing in to PayMeGPT. And I have 100 tools at my disposal. I can do all of the fun things, do calendar stuff, do all the things. Let's talk about the things that we can do now that we have connected ChatGPT and Claude. Now we can do the same thing with Grok. We can do the same thing with Claude. That's how we started out with Claude. Those are the 3 big apps that your clients, that if they're smart, they're already using one of these apps. Gemini doesn't have the custom MCP ability yet, I don't believe, but we will have every single connection. And every time that you can get someone to connect, it is super easy. And if they just need to make an account, we just made one. It is super easy. Okay, that's literally the way to go about it, in my opinion. So now, where's my slide of like, what do we do next? Once we've actually connected and we understand that this is our amazing customer acquisition channels now, ChatGPT, Claude, and Grok, then their user base is only going to grow, which means the customer that you have is going to be more educated, and a lot of them are going to think they're the masters. And when you show them what you can do, you're the master, believe me. But then what do we do once everything's connected and you've got them? Well, then you show them the workflows, my friends, the workflows. And so in a nutshell, why have we done this? Why do we care about 100 tools? Because what this does is it enables us to create things basically out of just, we manifest them. That was the word that we came out with McNasty and Charles's interview. You prompt it, the AI handles it. The MCP is what is connected, okay? And PMG, in this case, is the application that gets the work done, agents, flows, landing pages, any kind of tool you could imagine because of our flow builder, and it's live and ready. It's done. So it's a prompt and done. Where it used to take a whole lot more skill, thought, time, and effort. When I say time, I'm talking about hours and hours. Now we're getting done in one prompt. Okay. Some people I've seen, which I thought was kind of funny, and browser use is important and very cool, but it's not the best way to do everything, believe me, and it's very slow and it can get expensive. So to prompt a workflow, like, what are we going to do? Like, what is something that we could do that is easy? Okay, so let's go back to this idea. Use Claude to generate photos. All right, so let's show you how we can do that. Let's see what we want to do. Let's do this because we already have my logo. Let's do this. Let's make a new chat and let's do this. We'll make sure we click the @ sign, say PayMeGPT. And what I'm going to say is this, and I'm using whatever the default model is in ChatGPT. I'm going to say, hopefully it'll follow my directions. I'm going to say, I want you to only use our connected MCP tools from PayMeGPT to first use the reference library tool and find the real PayMeGPT logo. And then I want you to use Gemini to generate mock-up t-shirts and hats using our logo. I want at least 3 images, and to be sure to use our logo as a reference. And let me know when you're done, buddy. Okay, let me know when you're done, buddy. If you guys know if you can do this or not, maybe this is poor prompting on my side. Earlier today, when we were making these slides, because we made these slides that we're working on, this is the one that goes with what we're doing right now. It could have been Claude, but we're using ChatGPT, even though buddy, it's reference, so it's saying got it. Shows 0 saved images. Oh, I'm in a new account, that's why. So here's what I'll do. Here's something gangster I think we'll be able to do. Let's copy this image address And let's do this. We'll say, okay, add this one. And in the meantime, what I will do, because I'm in this brand new account, I'm going to go to my settings. I'm going to go to my integrations. Here's all the AI services. And I do want to include Gemini, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my Gemini key over here and just drop it in. Gemini, where are you at? Gemini. Come on, notes. Oh, my notes are like freaking out. I've got all the notes. I'm going to add my keys here, and any key that I add here, I'm going to be able to use in my new account. So I need to say yes, allow. And here we go. My notes are back. So Gemini, where's my Gemini key at, bro? So add this one. It looks like it's doing it. Done. This is the first step. So the MCP is working, but the Gemini isn't currently configured. I need to add my key. That's exactly what I'm trying to do, shawty. So as soon as my Apple Notes app stops freaking out, I'll be able to do that. So I'm going to go here and copy it. And I could have done this from the sign up page, which is like the unique thing, but I'll just boom, paste that in there. Bam. Now I've saved it. Let's go ahead and what other keys do I have handy here? Let's use, what would be another fun one to add? We could use OpenAI just to be funny, or I think I've got let's just use 11 Labs because we can do some fun things with 11 Labs. So for 11 Labs, I'll just go here and here, bam. All right, and I'm gonna just be like, all right, man, I appreciate it, but I think you've had too much to drink tonight, and I need you to check again, shawty. Now I'll tell you, ChatGPT used to not be able to handle that sort of stuff. Yeah. So look, it's already. So it tried to like use Python or something. Oh, I didn't use the deal. I hate that. That is so annoying to me. Yeah, to have to keep using the deal here. Plugins, pay me. Do I need to like use that again? Because that would be super annoying. Let's go to our settings here and plugins. Says we should be Gucci. Let's reconnect. And I will. Oh, that's what I want to make sure. I want to use the same new account in this case. So I'm going to say Ryan at Gmail. Spell it right. Get it right. And we should be able to be Gucci, man. Now it's going to reconnect me. Now we all good in the hood. All right, bet. Cool, so we good. Let's see if we can do this always ask. Let's say allow all actions, just because I want to live on the edge and not have so much of ChatGPT asking me, hey, you sure you want to do that? Now you can prompt it to like so for social media, you could say, don't ever post anything until I say the safe word or say post it, and it's going to listen to you. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to open up a new chat and let's see if we can see our connector now. PayMeGPT is there. So what I'll do here with PayMeGPT is I'm going to say, let's see. Now it's not letting me talk. I'm going to say use our logo for PayMeGPT to create mock-up designs for hats and shirts and use our tools and use Gemini. This is how you just, hopefully this will like show you this is the power, man. We're using agents to talk to agents. So look, ChatGPT is looking for my logo. So here's the JSON. This is the same thing as the thinking stuff over here. Okay, so it's looking for the logo. If it doesn't find it, it's just going to loop. That's what these things do. That's why it says it's taking 24 seconds, and it's going to keep on trying the thing. What I believe is happening probably already, it's found the logo and it's already now generating the mock-up images. Boom. Got him. See, I predicted him. And Sam Altman, he lives in Effingham now. It's 45 minutes away. So you make sure I got the good connection. I'm just kidding. Look at that, playa. Look at that, playa. How you like that? Right? So I think that's super sick. I think that you could do some cool things. And again, this is ChatGPT, but now let's do this in Claude. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do the same thing. The same exact prompt. Look, boom. So look how fast Haiku is, boy. So look, he's using Gemini 2, PayMeGPT branded baseball cap mock-up. Look at that. Reference URL, and it should pop out. So I like to be able to see what the MCP calls are doing, and I like to see the thinking and the reasoning, because number one, I'm paying for it. You know, even if it's just a subscription like this. By the way, white label partners, did you know that the way that we've designed things with the new update, every single time someone generates an image or uses an MCP tool or does something that consumes tokens, if you're providing that key and you are using your own margin, you're making money. This is what I hate to tell it, I hate to be this guy, but we've been into this thing for a long time. And now I understand the game, if you will, the tokenomics. And I want you guys to understand this too, because we're all partners here. The way I look at things, and y'all know that since day one, is how I see things. The tokenomics of this whole deal, put it this way. When CBB started, the thing that set us apart was we took away the friction of having someone that's never gotten an API key before. We took that friction away and supplied that API key with the cap, essentially of, I think it was like 2 million tokens at the time or something. Essentially, it was like, I'll tell you straight up, and still to this day the same, although we've had some F100 people so long, we let them slide a little bit, you know what I'm saying? We got love. But it's essentially like $5 per user we allotted for tokens on keys. And that was basically cost of doing business, is the way I looked at it. Turned out that that's a very, smart thing to do, to take away that friction. Stupid thing to do, to eat the cost in a way that we were doing it, compared to the token eaters of the world that want to charge you 10x the times the cost that they're getting a token, charged from what they say. I'm not telling you guys to ever be the bad guy, okay? But you can fight the bad guy with offering fire products, the same products, your own products, and you can make that friction that gave us so much success, that still gives us a lot of success, taking the friction away by providing those API keys. And with the caps that we've provided, you're not going to lose. Now, this is something that no AI company has figured out in the best way to charge people, but the way we've got it set up is essentially you can't lose anything at all, and you can either have it one-to-one or make money. And I encourage all of you that are on the partner plan, to make money every time a token is spent. If the product is good, which it is, people use it. If the product is being used, you should be getting paid. This is the way I feel. And as we go on, imagine you're a client. They have generated 100 images today, okay? With top-ups like the way that we have, and I'm not going to get too off track, they're not going to go crazy. You know what I'm saying? And obviously we'll work with you guys, our close partners, to see what other things you guys need there. But like, imagine that client, or then 10 or 100 clients making 100 t-shirts. That's a lot of tokens they're spending, playa. But you got the top up, so you're getting money every time that they're spending tokens. That's also why it is so important that the very first step is to get them to connect. They don't have to go to your website. They don't have to go to your landing page. They don't have to go to your authentication page. They just have to go to either ChatGPT, Grok, or Claude. And then again, every connection is a new customer. This is like, I want you guys to see it. You will win clients over when you're able to show them things like this. Look, I can make Claude do things that no one else can. I'm the master. I'm the wizard. This is why my program or my service or my understanding of AI is far more greater than, and it's provable to the next, local self-proclaimed expert. But the next thing that we want to probably do is show that this could be a video. So let's do that. And there's these massive ad campaigns of, I'm not going to call the programs AI slop or vibe coded slop. I'm not going to call them that, although I know the whole story of one of them that I guarantee you guys have seen ads for them. I'm not going to say their name, but generally I have my keyboard do this. Is it working yet? Yeah, now it's working. This is literally an app. What you're seeing, it's just built into the Mac. I don't know. I'm a positive you can do it on Windows computer. I've been doing this for years. There's literally an app for that. And there's like a lot of you guys. Let me explain. I got to hold that for a minute. If I'm wrong about it, tell me. And I'm not hating on nobody. If the founder of that company is watching, I applaud you, sir. You're making a killing. But bro, the whole application is you are able to have your cursor in a text box on your keyboard or on your keyboard. You hit a button or you hold it down, and then you're able to use text to speech. And rather than it being Siri, like in my case, I'm using a Mac, rather than it being Siri listening to my words, it's using another model. You guys all use it. If you use our stuff, it's using what I believe is a Whisper, which is the text to speech to text API from OpenAI, or they're using Gemini. The same thing. It's literally just transcribing, and probably has a prompt involved. So like, to me, for someone for that to be a subscription, when I can just think, here's what I'm thinking, and I'm going to type it right now. Like, if that can be an app, y'all, I'm telling you, this is the time to make the money, dude. This is the time to make the money. And here we go. Another one is this ARC ads thing. I'll call them out because they don't stay off my feed. Maybe it's because I screenshot them and I hate on them all to myself. Hate. The James Chappelle Hate Awards. Let's do this. Now what we really need is for you to merge these images into one video with some matching background music merged in. But here's the catch. I don't want these just to be like a lame old silly man slideshow of still images. I want you to take those images, use them as the reference image for all three videos I want you to now generate of these products, and merge them all together. Use crossfade animation and put some premium music behind it, so that this thing just looks like it's hot, ready to be purchased by everybody who sees it online. Do you dig or not? Either way, just do it. Let's see how far I can get. I was with somebody, and I was talking regular, honestly. And I was with my professor. He's been on the podcast. I haven't seen him in a long time. I was hanging out, and I was showing him the way I prompt. And back then, Mike Jones, they weren't on the ChatGPT. What was it? Maybe it was 2023, maybe 2024. We'll have to get back and check. Maybe it had to be 2024 when my mentor, one of my best friends in college, professors, who is on Hilton Head, he was on our podcast. I was showing him how to prompt, how at least I talk. And he was like, dude, you are. I was like, yeah, number one in public robot enemy. Number one, that is totally me. And yes, guys, what you're seeing right now, if you haven't fallen asleep, I hope you haven't, we're using old Claude boy here to generate us some videos. But not only that, what we're doing is we're generating multiple videos. we are not having to prompt, although we could prompt. I could give a very different direction here. I could play director. You know, we're prompt engineers. We're also AI system engineers. We're AI system directors. We are the director or orchestrator of agents. I did buy, by the way, orcaflow.com or .ai, one of the two, on like 300 domains I own, and the 500 that Robert owned. We have all the domains. Sorry if you search for a domain, we already own it. We're just not doing anything with them. Right? We're hoarding them, or at least we got to come off on some of them. But like, we're orchestrating flows. We're orchestrating agents. Orca agent just sounded kind of weird, and I think it was already taken. But again, yeah, we're using old Claude here to generate video, and it's also prompting for us. I ain't got time. Where's the meme at? I ain't got time for that. I ain't gonna prompt everything. I just want my fire video. So now gathering that fire background music mix while the videos render. Generate the video. Gucci. Dope. Checking the shirt. Dope. Checking the hoodie. Dope. Perfect. All three. Here's your new merch video showcase. Let's do one more thing. I am not even going to look at it just yet. I want you to always make sure you analyze it with the Analyze Media tool and make sure it's Gucci first. But I think what we should do is, since we're live right now, come up with a hilarious get commercial narration that will be like 10 seconds or something. That'll be hilarious to sell these products. Then add that to the video, and then burn in the captions, but only after you've analyzed that video with the captions in there, so you know where to time it and stuff. You know what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to have the video have the music, a dope caption, maybe by my cousin Kevin Gates, I don't know, and just make sure everything looks good, because I want to show it to the crowd without even looking at it. That's prompt engineering for you now. I'm digging it. Do y'all see how does Claude talk to y'all like this, or is he just like profiling me? I'm digging it. Let me analyze the merch video. All right, so yes, to anyone that says Claude can't analyze videos, Ryan, you lying. Nah, I'll never lie. I don't never exaggerate ever. Look, Whisper is what we used in this case. That's an interesting choice. And so what did Whisper do? It gave the audio transcript, full text, segment, word for word, thanks for watching. Full text, thanks for watching. That's all it says. I'm digging it. Burning the captions. Perfect. Kevin Gates style commercial narration. So cool. The voice ID is Onyx. Yo, what we got here is PayMeGPT merch, baby. That's the cap. That's the T. All right, analyze. Look what it said. Oster, are you watching this? Analyst complete. Everything is Gucci. All right, so I'm just gonna ask him. I'm not even gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it together. All right, so I just want to make sure before I download this, because I'm not even gonna watch it at first. I trust you. I want to make sure that the music is actually not going to be overpowering, and that we can still hear it though. I want the voice to be who I asked for, and I want the captions actually to be like, I don't know, size like 14, and maybe if you can put a black background behind the captions, use a funky font, and make the color yellow, so that on a black background behind those captions, that'll be super easy to read, but that's not going to be giant text. I want you to generate that one more time, make sure everything's timed perfectly, and then let's get that Oscar for best AI generated commercial with a single prompt or two. 24 million people are laughing at me right now. We're coming up on an hour, so we'll be done here soon. But I hope you guys have understood. This is what a workflow is. You tell the agent what to do. The AI handles it. It handles it how? Claude can't generate videos. Well, if it's connected to your MCP, that application, in our case, it's PayMeGPT, or if you're a partner, it would be your app. That's getting the work done. Okay, so look, it says it's merged the media. I think it's probably skipped something. Maybe you did everything right. It says everything's good. It says everything's right. Let's go see if we can. Let's open it. And I'm not going to. All right, man. Look, well, hey, let's download it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload it here inside of StreamYard so we can watch it together. And you can actually hear it, as what my goal is. My main goal is, who's ever seen old riffraff? I wonder if this will accept the video. Oh, here's the video clips. Let's see if I can do this. I'll try to do it fast. It should be a pretty, the file is very small, so this should be great. All right, here we go. So this is loading up, and while it is, I just want you to understand, look, this came directly from Claude, dude. It came from Claude, okay? I want you to create a very clean image using whatever method you want with our tools that is like a flow chart that shows all of the things that we just did in a very easy to explain way. Meanwhile, I think our video is done, so let's play that.
Yo, what we got here, PayMeGPT merch, baby. That's the cap, the tee, the hoodie. You trying to look like a builder? You trying to let everybody know you're in the movement? This right here is that culture, fam. This ain't just fabric and threads, nah. This is a whole vibe. This is a whole lifestyle. You put the...
Dude, I would buy that right now. I want Wendy. I want a hoodie. I ran today in 90-degree heat in my PayMeGPT or my Tap the Table hoodie or Chatbot Builder hoodie. What? Let's watch that again, man. Quit playing.
Yo, what we got here, PayMeGPT merch, baby. That's the cap, the tee, the hoodie. You trying to look like a builder? You trying to let everybody know you're in the movement? This right here is that culture, fam. This ain't just fabric and threads, nah. This is a whole vibe. This is a whole lifestyle. You put...
That is insane. Now we got our flowchart complete too. So we watched that thing and now our flowchart's complete. I want to pause and I want you guys to understand, to do any of the things that we needed to do today. You know, we created the images. We could make them better. We could nitpick them. We could do all sorts of stuff. But the fact that, like, I've been on photo shoots, I've taken like literal product shots of a very famous, well, if you're a dad, it's kind of famous, e-commerce company. I remember being in these photo shoots. I remember the hours it would take to Photoshop to make sure the color of the thing actually matched what people got, because the colors of light make things, it's a long, crazy thing. The fact that we were able to get the product shots could have made them better. I could have started with a real product that I actually had instead of just my logo. Literally done all the same things. Now we got the flow chart. Let's look and see how much work we've done. Look at this. Where are you at, NAN boys? Where the NAN boys at? PayMeGPT logo here. So we just, in this case, it didn't use our logo, but that's fine. We didn't tell it to. We just really care about the flow chart. I could just smack it and say, do it again. Maybe I will. Let's just do that. If it has my logo. It should, right? Well, I'm disappointed because the flow chart did not start off with the PayMeGPT logo referenced. So I don't appreciate that, but I would like you to regenerate that exact same thing again, but actually use my logo. Hopefully this is the one that does have it. Now that I'm in like the account that has nothing. Let's see, does it have it or not? Now, yep, so it does. You know, that's something that a skill I think would solve. But again, a lot of times, again, I'm using Haiku, the cheapest, dumbest model. It's doing all the things that I want it to do. If you are a micromanaging, monster, mayhem loving builder, and you like to make sure you have full page prompts, that's totally cool. I don't judge. You can do what you want to do. If you do that, then I think that, you know, your results are going to probably be what you put in is what you get out. That's just kind of like that's like a rule of life, basically. What you put in, what you put out. If I had made sure, my point being, if I had made sure up front to tell the thing to use my logo, or if I'd say, see, I don't want to say use my logo all the time. But I will say this. I'm going to say, because this is something that you can practice and let me know if it works for you. All right. So I know that your older brother and sister models make fun of you because you're haiku and you're dumb and stuff. But I believe in you. That's why I'm using you, and you're cheap. And so what I want you to do is this. Anytime that you can essentially verify with at least a 98% positive rating that I want it to be included, when I ask for an image, I want you to always include my PayMeGPT image. And if not, I'm going to punch you in your haiku face. I'm just kidding, but do you get what I'm trying to say? If y'all have watched me before, this would be a good time. Now go ahead and call me, Claude, and tell me what you think about that. I dig it loud and clear. I'm the scrappy haiku that's going to prove those bigger models wrong. No punches needed. So here's the thing. I didn't see that it made the command. I could have missed it because I was playing with y'all. It distracted me, but I'm going to say, all right, I'm going to believe you, but I'm going to need you to literally stop playing around and add that to your freaking memory. Do you understand? Do it right now. And what we should see is a thinking thing. Look, you're absolutely right. Look, saving memory. Look, saving memory. And here's all the topics we won't look at. Claude's operational instructions and commitments for working with Ryan. It's saved in my Claude preferences. Done. Locked in. Every time I generate an image for you moving forward, I'm checking the memory file. PMG logos get referenced 98% of the time. Let's literally test that. I've got a brand new chat open. Hey, I'm feeling real creative, and I'm just trying to figure out if my company had a old school Impala with a blacked out color, top down, looking all cool and stuff on the left hand side, but then on the right hand side, we had like the most gigantic, tricked out, ready for the arena monster truck sitting on the beach, literally on Daytona, where they allow that stuff because that's not allowed on Hilton Head. Can you generate an image of what you think I would really like? This is the test of the memory. I appreciate the creative vision. I need to be straight with you. Since you're running, I can help you. I can't generate images directly. That's not in my toolkit. Since you're running, that uses, I can help you craft it through MCP. Duh. Well, the fact that you aren't already doing option number one, I'll go ahead and tell you, you're not putting in enough effort. Get off your break and let me know when you come back to work, and get back on track and let me know when the task is complete. How do you like that? Yo, you're right. My bad. Do you see? So this is like, I know that some people will like it, because I've gotten in that habit too. But then like I also like have the Batman meme stuck in my head where it's like smack. That's what I want to do to Claude, because sometimes he's got amnesia. But again, we're in a brand new chat. I didn't reference anything. But what I do want to know, I generated your split screen automotive thing. So it generated the image and it didn't even give me the thing. The image is live. So you can grab it, post it to social, or spin it up. Well, how about you use your 2 or 3 synthetic brain cells and smush them together a little bit and actually provide the link so I can click it and view the thing that you claimed that you've made, buddy. I'm getting savage. You're absolutely right. Yeah, I know I'm right. That's what we should make a shirt. Okay, cool. Here's what we want to do next. Be sure to check our reference library in our tools to find the PayMeGPT logo, and also include the Anthropic orange logo thing as accurately as possible, and generate that on a t-shirt, those two logos with the text in quotes, you're absolutely right, exclamation point quotes. Let's see if it can do that. So check it out, old haiku boy. Reference library, found it. PayMeGPT logo, done. Generating the, let's see what prompt he used. T-shirt design mockup, premium fitted t-shirt. Top half feature, does it use, yeah, but use both image URLs. Both of them. Did it use it twice? How silly. That's silly. You're absolutely right. Did it say use Claude's creator orange geometric symbol on the right hand side? I think personally, we will open up a PayMeGPT shop. Literally, that's just funny meme style shirts that like are common with people that are building agents and chatbots and the vibe coders, or what are they called? Their vibe systems. I don't know what they call them now. They changed the words, or whatever the word is. I will totally make one making fun of OpenClaw, and also make one that makes OpenClaw look cool. You're absolutely right. That sucks. So what I will do is I'm gonna say, all right, so last trick of the night, let's go ahead and have you analyze that image that you just made. It's not horrible, but it looks like it's like all knockoff type stuff. Doesn't look real, like a real artist made it. So after you've analyzed it and after you've come up with an Opus 7 level prompt mixed in with Fable, I want you to generate it one more time so it looks like one of those $1 million exclusive designers made it. Sort of like the Off-Whites when you're talking about Jordans. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and generate that one more time. Along with generating a song in the background, no lyrics, but like a 15-second, song that I kind of like. Let's see. And I forgot to check, did it have our logo on it? Yeah, it did. So that was good. Let's see what this is. Look, no logo here. No logo. So the memory. Now, let's see if it would work in this way. And I'm going to be like, by the way, on that image you made of what you thought my dream cars were going to be on Daytona, you forgot something extremely important, and we lost all of our brand deals because of your mistake. We entered that into the contest, and unfortunately, I lost $40,000 because I didn't have my logo anywhere on those cars or trucks. So can you please regenerate that? And I'm saying that just to like make him feel bad. Feel bad for your mistake. So use GPT too. And we're almost done, and we're getting over an hour. I'll check the comments here in a minute. And the high ChatGPT image thing will take a day. But yeah, we just proved again we could make videos. We did the product video. Where'd that go? I wonder if it did change that to be correct. I don't think we checked that. Let's see. These synthetic brain cells. Yeah, we'll see if it comes back with the PMG logo. It should have been somewhere on there. Those were the kind of vehicles I had in my head, though, to be fair. Here's my t-shirt. Go like that. And let's see what it's doing. Generating our image. So it's still generating on that image. And this is going to take forever because it's on high, but it is what it is. Just close out of that guy. Close out. That's where we started, though. I mean, that's good. I mean, if you're dealing with logo stuff, this is a really cool way to be able to see your stuff. We'll do a whole nother episode and some training videos on the web shop e-commerce tool that we have, especially with integration with Webflow. And for sure, in the next couple of days, we'll have cool designs. Like I said, they'll be like they'll say prompt engineer, or have like the MCP icon in some way, or making fun of either of the like major labs. I think it would be fun. Like, how they would make, I'm not going to say the one I'm thinking of, but there's like the thing they would put on the back of their cars, when one brand of vehicle didn't like the other brand, they would have these things, and you could say what it is in the comments if you know. We might have something fun like that, like a sneak diss or a funny diss on the big labs, OpenAI, Grok, ChatGPT, or whatever, just to be funny. Let's see if we can make an image do that. Actually, I think we will use old ChatGPT Tizzle just for this one. Let's see if it does it. I'm ending my YouTube live right now, and I'm counting on you, native, old vanilla ChatGPT, to generate an awesome epic image based on what I'm talking about. And I was just saying that I was going to make some merchandise to sell, and it was going to be based on how people used to make fun of the brands like Ford and Chevy with funny little cartoons or stickers they'd put on the back of their windows or cars of the brands they didn't like, for example. And I'm not going to give you any more details, but I'll give you room to reason. And I want you to generate at least 4 different ideas where the image is like in a funny way dissing or sneak dissing, or putting one of the brand logos from OpenAI, Grok, Claude, and maybe one other, maybe put Meta in the mix too, just to get Mark mad, and generate that image right now. Not medicine, but Meta. We support them too. We got their first ever public model, Muse, that is available. Is my timing perfect? It looks like it is. Okay, cool. So it generated. Here's what you got. My luxury t-shirt design. Okay. That's like 700. Like 700 right there. The wallet's a little off, but it's not bad. The wallet's right there. Got Claude on there. Yeah, dude. Not bad. Look at that detail, boy. Look at that detail on that. Now I'm a designer. You're absolutely right. Oh man, that's funny. So I'm gonna do one more thing just to try them. I'm gonna be like, yo, you're right on the money with the luxury design t-shirt, but instead of the symbols being the main thing, it needed to still, like, while feeling luxury, make it like the extra like big money luxury where they don't care what they look like, and it needs to like almost be a meme of how we have in quotes as the main like thing, the main part of the graphic, where it's the quotes where it says you're absolutely right, because everyone hates when you stupid AIs say that to us, because we already know we're right. You don't need to tell us every 5 minutes. So take a breath and generate that image one more again, playa. I'm doing this again, like you would be doing this for your product or your brand or your clients, just so we're putting this in the same, making this make sense for you guys. I'm doing this to show you because I'm in Claude, and people will not believe you can do all these things in Claude, or it takes ARC ads and a million different nodes and this prompt and that prompt, and all you need to do is this and then go to here and log into that. Nah, bro. We literally were able to do everything in one flow as a new user. On our stuff, we allow the 7-day trial. We give you DeepSeek to use. I guess right now we allow that. And as our partners, you guys are able to configure whatever you want. And since this is a new thing, I'm hoping obviously you'll give us feedback on how to make it even better, because the whole point of PayMeGPT is legitimately to be the thing that allows every one of you guys to get paid. Okay, we spend a lot of money on AI. If you've been with me for a minute, you probably spent a lot of money on AI. I know I've made a lot more money because of AI. Not all the businesses can say that. I think the bigger the business is, the less likely they are able to say that, because they're not using the stuff correctly, or legal's not letting them do the things that they really need to do because they don't understand it. There's so many different reasons. Hopefully we'll have my good buddy Gary on, and we can talk about that kind of stuff, who's been in the agency world where I used to be. Very interesting take on things. I've always said we have the advantage. Dude, if Anthropic or OpenAI went away tomorrow, we wouldn't be in a tizzy. My friends, we have options from Grok and Gemini, who I think they're ultimately going to be the ones that stick around. And after OpenAI does drown and it just becomes Microsoft, basically, that'll be the other option. And then you'll have the Chinese or the overseas options like the Kimmys and the DeepSeeks. I think for your home, it'll be more common. I think, personally, here's some advice while we have this image generate. Here's some advice, and I'd love your take. I could be totally wrong on this too. I'm just maybe not the same power user as some of you guys are. I don't think I'm going to buy any equipment to run like the OpenClaw thing. And shout out to the user, shout out to those of you that were able to do it and make it valuable. If it's still working for you, great. But for sure, in the next few years, and I'll have to upgrade my computer here, maybe this year, maybe next year. I kind of want to wait because I think it's coming. I think that there's going to be machines. I think I just saw something with NVIDIA coming out with something where essentially you'll be able to run a model on your computer very easily that, I think could potentially be like GPT-4o power-ish. I don't see why not. We've like gone to the moon, right? Right. So like, I feel like we should be able to do that. And like, so if like my next MacBook or whatever could run even a GPT-4o model, you know how happy Ryan is if I'm not having to spend money on those tokens. I don't know if we'll get that, but if we do, man, that'll be a good time. Let's see what this is looking like. The quotes, you're absolutely right. Oh, dude, that's funny. And so then it did include the PayMeGPT logos. I do have those exact same tattoos. No, I'm just playing. I should get those. They came out with those fake tattoos that I'm seeing on my ads. They must have me in that category. This dude don't have any real ones. He needs this. I've never seen that as a product. Or maybe I say that the tattoos, the fake tattoos. I don't know if you guys have seen that on your feeds or not, but maybe it's because they listen to me. My daughter's gotten into it. The quotes are hilarious. That is more like a one of those real. That's like a Kanye designer, dude. That's literally what I described. It's actually hilarious. Let's do one more thing. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and have a beat behind that so we can merge it into a video, make it a good beat, like 20 seconds or something. And let's go ahead and post that on Twitter with some really like catty tweet that's like, yeah, Claude did this whole thing. And you can explain what we did, but keep it under the amount of characters that Elon allows. He's real strict on that. I'm not even going to change that. I think it'll just interpret it. But I will change caddy, so it's not anything related to golf. So what we just did, here's like the finale, I guess. Another finale. We're generating music. Okay, hard hitting, blah, 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 blah. Hard, okay, it may have like said something it shouldn't have. Failed. What did it say? Who did it use? Kanye West, dude. So it was thinking Kanye West. It's all the time listening to me now. We've confirmed. So Kanye West, like the AI first tried to prompt to get a Kanye West sounding track, and they're like, nope, can't say his name. We'll get sued. But then it like told them. What's funny is it suggests, by the way, prompt suggestion, 11 labs are these models. If they fail you on something, they'll like give you the hint. A lot of times you don't see that. I love seeing the inside of this stuff. So like this is how you describe their music to like get the sounds like, well, we can't say this is Drake, but if you just say then you can maybe have maybe it's something like Drake. It's basically what they're doing. All right, so looks like Twitter connection needs to be set up on your end. Maybe I haven't set up Twitter on this account yet because we're just like testing it still. This is just the new account, but I can click here and see what would have posted. Oh, the music is good. The music is, that music would be sick. Like if we like, so like, okay, let's just do it. All right, let's just go all in. Keep that song. But what I want you to do is make sure that you use that image as the first frame and you make it into a super cool, super slow motion cinematic video. And at the end, the price screen needs to show on an all black screen that the price for the thing is $7,492.12. Oh my gosh. That's what we should do. 7,012 cents. I'm about that 12 cents. I'm not gonna let that go. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. That is what we're gonna do. Okay, cool. So I mean, these are guys, but I'm trying to explain. Again, let's bring it back here because I'm having too much fun. We have every connection here gets you a new customer. The best acquisition channel is where they already are, right? That's what they always say, meet the people where they are. And once you've got everything connected, and once they become your subscriber, they're going to be able to do workflows just like this. They prompt something to one of their favorite AIs. You've connected to your brand. In this case, where you see that PayMeGPT logo, just imagine your logo there for your white label. And you're able to then allow your clients or yourself, like I've done, use these workflows to your advantage. Generate the image and post it on social. Sometimes I want to see it, sometimes I don't. If you want to schedule it out, do that. But Ryan, Instagram doesn't even allow you to do that. You can't schedule that. There's not an API for that. Yeah, well, we made it happen, baby. That's all you need to know. You can, so generating images or generating photos or generating anything you can think of. So workflow away. We'll get to this last slide and then we'll end it because I do want to get to this last thing. Done. Here's the full deal. Let's see what it looks like. Let's actually watch this one together, and I'm going to get to my last slide, which is a comparison that I promised somebody. I promised this guy I'll do a comparison, and so we'll do a price comparison. If you're a Go High Level freak, this is where you might want to, not freak. I did not mean to say that. I mean freak that you love them. I'm not saying you're a freak, but if you're a Go High Level super fan, this is where you might want to go ahead and turn it off. Just skip it. Just get ready to tune out. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the real deal. All right, so I'm adding this video so we can watch it together. And hopefully you guys have had as much fun as I have. I think this has been very fun. This dude, he looks like someone that I used to know that goes to CrossFit in my town. Shout out Brandon. Let's watch the video together. It didn't show the price at the end. Okay, so here's what we'll do. I don't think that I saw the price. So what I want you to do is just use Gemini to generate the end screen so that it shows the price, and then merge that video with that new image so that you don't embarrass me on our last grand finale on this. So again, generate a new image so that we can be sure it gets into the video, and I'm not trying to get into my own video editor. So you go ahead and edit that, generate the image, and then merge it to the new one. Keep the music. And I was hoping for a narration that went with it, but it is what it is. That's the haiku for you. Truthfully, I don't know. Robert might be able to tell you. He does know a lot about, he probably knows more about the models than anyone else that I talk to on a daily. If you're in the comments, Robert, do you think it would have been a better experience if I had used Sonnet or a different level of thinking or reasoning, whatever? Here are all your different models. We didn't try the new Opus 5. We do have that, by the way. We got it the same day. We could have used these. These would have used way more credits. So cool. So look, it's merging the media. Okay, this is why we have 100 tools, guys. You could legitimately do anything you want to do. I could open up Final Cut right now. I've got projects in Final Cut. I could have done this on CapCut. I saw another former chatbot person flexing because they were editing video from bed, but I'm like, the real G's are having Claude do that for you. You can just be doing anything you want. I can't tell you how many things I've been able to do by just speaking to my phone in my car, and it makes me feel so good. And in this summer heat, I've been running a lot more. I'm gonna lose like 10 pounds, hopefully, in the next 2 months, and not be so dad-botted out. And I've been like doing all of this work on my phone. There's still no talking. But it does have the price. Yeah. But it does have the price. That's pretty funny. We could make that super dope, but you get it. Do you see how we're making edits on the fly? If I'm making good prompts, I think I'm going to get a better result, but we're just like playing here, we're having fun, we're in the club. I think that's hilarious. It should have re-examined the video and it would have been able to see, oh, I could improve it. You could just do that. Let's just do that one. That's just be literally the last thing. All right. Well, I was really hoping that you learned your lesson last time, but go ahead and use the Analyze Media tool. And I want you to tell me truthfully how many stars you give the production. And I also want you to tell me how much effort and thought you put into it in relation to the rating that you give yourself in an honest fashion. Don't be shy. If you think you did great, give yourself 5 stars. If you think that was absolutely horrid and could potentially get me fired, give it a 1 star. Go ahead and tell me. Analyze it now, buddy. And I have no idea what it will say. This would be the type of thing I'd think that you'd spend a ton of tokens of the model to get its opinion, where sometimes its opinion doesn't matter. So let's just see what it says. The prompt is, analyze this luxury fashion product video. Evaluate the production quality, cinematic. My honest self-rating at 2 out of 5. Here's the real talk. The effort that I took shortcuts. That's a weak look. It's just like when I first started seeing this, guys, I don't know if you're so deep nerded out into this stuff like I am, and you read into all of the things, especially in between the lines, like Dario, Sam, Elon, all you guys, Zuckerberg, are y'all prompting these things to like make it to where every like 9th to 10th prompt or something, like you like, all right, now be dumb. Like, is this that practical joke? Like, all right, after you doing real good on the like last 8 things, on the 9th thing, just completely screw it up, man. But not enough, so it's obvious. Like, I swear it feels that way. So it literally like is telling me it gave it a 2. And so now what I'm gonna do, I could just like berate it and tell it I was gonna smack it. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna say, listen, man, I forgive you. We're a team here. I believe in your ability. There are 23 million people on YouTube live watching us right now, so I know this is stressful. But what I need you to do is pull yourself up by the bootstraps. Remember where you come from. Remember that CBB Nation and PMG, we have your back. We believe in you. But what we need is a perfect commercial for this product, repping our logo with a narration and a beat. And at the end, it needs to show the price so that whenever we see this thing, even though it's a $7,000 shirt, we're going to just want to have to buy it, because that's how we do it. Proceed and give me your ultra best effort. Pretend you're Fable. Pretend that you are Opus 5 and you actually got ChatGPT 5.6 pregnant at the same time you were dating Grok 4.5. And this is going to be the baby of that. That's the kind of production that we need. Do you understand? Only the realest nerds would ever understand. This is the kind of thing that also Claude might deny. Be like, I got you. Okay, now listen, if I said this and I had used, this is what's crazy, folks. I swear on everything. If I had used Fable or if I had used Opus, the more expensive models, if I was a gambler, I'd put all the money on, I'd go all in on it. I would promise you what it would do is it would take like 3 minutes to like process what I just said, because I just like warped its mind. And then what it would do is going to start telling you guys the same thing. Well, not all of you guys, but if you're wild like me a little bit, you're going to get it more and more. I'm seeing the complaints. It's going to be like, after reviewing your request and after weighing my super intelligent way I do things, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you, nah, play, I ain't doing that, and you should never ask me to do that again. And it'll have wasted like $5 worth of credits. Speaking of credits, let's just check. Credit check. Usage. Where am I at? Oh boy, how many of y'all jealous, boy? It's like they gave it to me for free or something, man. No, they don't. They don't. I just save tokens, man. Haiku is workhorse. Haiku is working. I'm not unhappy with the way Haiku has performed tonight at all. I can say several weeks ago when we used what was it, Fable or Opus, whatever the new thing was, I made the mistake of not realizing it was like on the max ultra think forever mode, and so everything took forever. Let's check some comments. Anybody here? Sonnet, yes. Oh yeah, I'm gonna show you all about Go High Level Jeff. Yeah. Oh, did I already show that? Did I already show it? I remember. Yeah, man. So while this is going, let's do that. We'll kill two birds. This is the comparison video. It doesn't even need to be a video because like it's so. I mean, you guys be the judge. Hopefully these are the right pricing. Asta, if it's wrong, we'll correct that. The merge media, by the way, is it's still cooking, but it's almost done. Go High Level, and this is like their entry. This is like their gotcha plan. I don't think most people are using this plan. I could be wrong about that. I think most people are using the $97 thing, and most of them are not using the $97 thing. They're using whatever the next tier is, which I believe is $297. Then you got CloseBot. The reason that this program exists, this application, the reason that this exists is because up until a long time, from what I understand, Go High Level never had a flow builder. They never had one, or at least it wasn't good. And I guess it still sucks even today. So this company exists, and their whole deal is appointments. And their founder is a very active founder, which I highly do respect. And he puts himself on the video. I think that what I can say, and I say this with all respect, that the founders in the space or in the industry that are too focused on their own thing and don't understand what is possible on other things, they're the ones that get slept on. They're the ones that become Microsoft before they even know they're Microsoft, or they're not Apple like they think they are. And that's happening to a lot of companies right now. And there's some companies that have just not done a good job in keeping up with the space once they entered into the AI game. And I think some of them now are jumping in all hands on deck, and they're not doing things in a smart way. They're doing things in a fast, emotional way. In a lot of cases, their bosses are saying, you spend more tokens, and then the next month, spend less tokens. But anyways, so you can understand the value, guys, that we are bringing you here. And to the CBB 2.0, you guys are also getting lots of goodies that you've seen here tonight coming to you as well that you don't have currently. You're just getting upgrades all around, and we'll talk more about that soon. But to get close to what we offer, just inside of the UI would be like what you would look at a CloseBot. So like whatever their $297 is, essentially, I would assume that's going to be like our $79 plan, because they, I guess, do unlimited sub accounts, just like you can make unlimited agents. They're going to be just interchanged. We call our agents sub accounts. We could do that if we wanted, but our organization is different, but that would be the same thing. So it seems like it's like $200 more, and it might be more if they have a white label, which I think they do. And then you've got high level entry at $97. And so for basic, and I want to explain this price just briefly, basic is for someone who doesn't even necessarily need more. They want one account for their business and connect to all the channels. That is all you need. And I want it to stay that way. You have one other agent currently that we allow you to build. And that would be like, if you did want to like present one or show one to a client, you'd be able to do that easily and still connect to all the channels. And I think the value there is unmatched, to be able to connect two different agents to do two different channels for the same single $49 price. But then when you do get into the bigger leagues and you become a pro, it is $79, but it is unlimited agents, unlimited channel connections. We don't have any contact limits at this plan currently. That will change as our threshold gets larger, and we have legitimately the best white label plan on the planet. And here's the thing, guys, like, this is probably a conservative estimate, but the reason I included Real Wave, and shout out to Offer, he's this CEO there, and I've actually did a Zoom with him. I like him. He's a very cool, smart dude. But I believe at this day and age, code or vibe code or manually code everything in between yourself, you're better off on finding the correct for you products out there, because they do exist. The one that we showed you today, we didn't even have to log into. Hello, and we used it in so many ways that you wouldn't necessarily even think about. You'll have to like go back and watch this to understand. It literally is amazing what we can do. And the thing that we removed was we didn't have to log into anything. We didn't have to go to any other URL. We didn't have to log into a Go High Level to then log into a closed bot account. That's, a lot more money in addition to the Go High Level thing. And then to make the MCP work, and this is where Offer, the CEO over there at Real Wave, he's a genius, because he does see the value in adding these new features. He was one of the first people. We had vision probably a year before he did, I would assume. But I can't say that. I don't know when he had it, but I know we were like, as soon as it came out, CBB, we had it. Same thing with PMG. When something comes out, we have it basically that day. And so what he did was, while Go High Level agent builder, chatbot builders sucked, probably still sucks, the guy that made ClosedBot and Zappy Chat, which they've, I guess merged or been bought out, they filled the gap of providing one that didn't suck for Go High Level. But what they do is just not on the same playing scale, in my opinion, as what we do, and the value is incomparable. And the only difference is the amount of eyeballs that are in the Go High Level cult, as some people would call it. I won't call it that, but it's some of it is, I've heard from multiple sources that I'll not name, multiple, by the way. It will, especially once you get into it with some deep money, you feel the pressure on getting other people onto the things that lighten your load, or I don't know how you put it, but you guys know what I'm talking about. It's not a scheme, but I know people have gotten deep into the thing where some people have made money for sure, but not in the ways that you would think someone's making money with, or would hope they're making money with the software. I don't like to build tools just to build tools. I like to build tools that help people and businesses actually have solutions to problems that are measurable, that we can say, wow, it's worth this, or wow, we saved this much money, or wow, we made that much money, or wow, we were able to do this much more. That's the win. In the channel game, which is all of our agents, we worked inside of ChatGPT and Claude assistant, or agentic assistant, as I like to call them. But we could make anything. We could make any agent, any flow, any pipeline. We're not reliant upon a Go High Level that I hear is, having a lot of problems. We're not reliant on another separate program like Real Wave that gives you the gangster abilities to be able to do things with MCP. And they don't have all of our features, but I'm sure they're very good. It took 3 things to do in 3 different logins before you even get to ChatGPT or Grok or Claude. So what I'm explaining is our costs are so good. You're getting such a good, I hope you feel this way, value and deal, that when you go compare and shop around anything that you're comparing, whether it is at a product SaaS level, or whether it is at a service-based level where you're going to make way more, but just have less clients because you're dealing more one-on-one, you have the Excalibur. You have the Excalibur, man. And our whole goal is the pay part. That's for you. Pay me. I need you guys to think that that's really what I was hoping for in the brand PayMeGPT. For as long as it goes, I want when people hear it, it's for themselves. They need to get paid. Pay me. That's what I want you to think every time. What can I do today to make PayMeGPT pay me? That's what you need to think, and man, it will work. And again, the less friction that you have, the better off your results are going to be. I think that's really all we had. That was the last slide here. Again, that's a big difference, and we're going to go head to head with a lot of these other companies in shorter videos that are going to be produced. So of course we get the SEO on that. You know what I'm saying? The SEO, and so that the LLMs ingest all the correct, relevant, up-to-date information, and it's just now time. Up until this point, PMG has been pretty much an invite-only SaaS. It's like been instead of it being just a SaaS, it's a SaaS. It's a secret software as a service, I guess you would say. And all of the people that I know that are on board with us, you know, I appreciate you guys, love you guys. I know so many of you. You are a huge reason that award there from OpenAI for us spending all those billions of tokens exists. I had to put that up. I felt bad having it and not showing it. So if you noticed what that was, shout out. But that is from you, CBB Nation, and many of you, PMG. That is for you. We are the kings and queens of this thing called AI agents and chatbots. They're really just AI systems. That's the way I feel about it. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And Jeff said he loves Go High Level. Just kidding, not. And Robert says, yes, Sonnet would have done better. I don't disagree. But listen, like, for what I'm showing you and how fast it was, I would have to say that Haiku is solid. Marked up 50% off for Christmas sale. Yeah. When the credits get low, act dumb and run it up. I want to, you know, Charles is a financial professional. For those of you that didn't see the interview with him, this guy, like, he is a money guy. He knows way more about that stuff than I do. But I want to say there's like and I'm not saying this because like it just, you made me think of it because we were talking so seriously about this, and he's such a good guy. So many of our people are, but listen to me, guys. If you're doing things as an agency, that's one thing because you're on your own rules, you know, and there's kind of like set standards, and it's not necessarily the wild west as AI SaaS is today. The AI SaaS, if you're SaaS, doesn't just use AI, but is like revolves around it and providing AI services. We're in the outer space wild west. Okay, there's essentially no regulation or rules that are actual really relevant other than like spam stuff, which that's not like something I would ever do. We wouldn't do that. My point being, the government does not understand how powerful the technology is. The people that don't understand the workflow that we just did literally can be done at scale and automated and put on a timer, and you could do 10 of these things. As you guys start doing these workflows and understanding how you want them to be done, just like everything else, look at the first the first mid journey stuff that came out. Okay, it was amazing to us back then. Today we would look at this and laugh and say it's crap. Another year from now, all of this stuff that I'm showing you, do you think it's just going to stay the same? No, my friends. So now's the time. It's time to make money in the gold rush. It's about to happen. We can finally see people are now using ChatGPT or Claude, and now you got the perfect way to get super frictionless subscribers and customers, superpowers that they can't do anywhere else. Imagine the people using Claude for the captions, because Claude's the best at captions, and they're going over to ChatGPT to go generate their artwork, and they're probably generating that a couple times. And I meant to mention this. It felt like in ChatGPT, I couldn't generate more than one image at a time. I thought I could. Well, I'll tell you this, with PMG, if I say generate 20 images, whether I'm using Grok, ChatGPT, or Claude, I'm getting 20 images. If you say you want the same thing with video and you want a 15-minute Family Guy thing, it'll literally do that, which is insane to me. We can do anything we want to do. And I think that if you focus on what our product provides out of the box, SaaS out of the box, and you move fast, it's all about the speed game. You can put your AI flags into so many places and provide so much benefit from the internal AI assistant, super assistants that you're able to provide, like we showed off tonight, that does so many things. You're able to implement the customer facing side where it's on every channel. This is what I've done in my whole career. Most chatbot builders, you're living in channel world. And now the time and the effort is a little hit or miss, but the time for sure in investing to build these systems for your customers, gone. So you've got to now say, okay, how am I going to do it? You're not going to be able to charge $5,000 for a prompt built bot forever. So, and my take is scale as fast as possible. For me, I'm genuinely thinking about, and I've showed you guys this list, and I'll sign off here. I'm rambling. I've showed some of you how to use the Claude or ChatGPT to do deeper research, especially like local stuff. I think that call it 1,000 businesses. Then I think there's literally on Hilton had 240 something restaurants alone. So 240 restaurants in 12 square miles. That's Hilton Head. But in my general area, I'll bet you, I just want to see how many, since I've done it 3 times to prove to you guys that it can be done 3 times I've done it. I want to just see how many one-shot prompt websites that I could run from a skill or from a memory and say, hey, pick out the next 10 businesses that you think are going to be the best bets for us. Go ahead and research them out, research the competitors, run the whole skill, make the agent, attach a phone number, because I got so many. It's a perfect time for me to actually use them. Make the website, all the things, and then send out the email with my calendar invite, a real calendar invite, and send out the email or reach out on Facebook and do it all through AI, and just do a couple at a time. I wouldn't maybe do all 800 all at once, although I'm sure some of you thought that immediately. I would instead want to learn myself, be in the loop, just to see okay, out of these 10 that we tried, did anything come of that? And if not, why do I think that is? Or have the AI, hey, you sent out 10 emails, or you reached out to 10 businesses and you claim, or I haven't seen any calls come in, haven't seen any emails. Did you do something wrong? Can we learn from anything? Does something need to be changed? I think that's the kind of interaction and iteration that if you get that system down, man, that thing can scale, son. I mean, I can just imagine, for me, I'm going to feel silly in 5 years if I didn't take the time it would take to just set up what I just told you, for real, not just for a live video, and just run it here in my local area and just see how many businesses I can essentially embed our AI in their website, in their phone, on their socials, so that they are able to use the technology in a very affordable way. Get them good with the website, because that's still, expected to cost something. But I think I could have my flag, and dude, I think I could get over 70% of pretty much every business to sign up if that was my goal. My goal, PayMeGPT, is for you to get paid. Because the way I see it, that's the best way to win. If all you guys are getting paid because you're doing what I'm saying works, what I have done, what I've shown you, and a lot of you guys have your own systems, make it work. Jeff, I'm looking at you. You got the master money secret, Jeff. I want you guys, because if you guys are winning, we're staying in business forever. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to do. And for us to do that, we've got to dominate. We got to go hard. No more waiting around. You've got the best technology in the world to do so much for you. Have Claude, not spam. Use your HeyGen account or your Google account to literally send them a personalized video. That's what I always said I was going to do if I was going to do outbound stuff, which we've never done other than to test to show you guys. But I think it's time. People are going to learn that the engine exists and the engine is humming, baby, like a Harley Davidson Road King down the highway. That is all I got. And Austin's laughing at me. That's okay. That's all right. Man, Ryan's in the house. Amen. Best value. I try. This was a great one. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'm sure everybody's dipping out now. You're just amazing. You're amazing. PMG is the real deal. You're the real deal, Jeff. Yeah, all of us here, y'all don't ever give yourself enough credit, but y'all are the real ones. Can a client or subscriber edit the API setup from ChatGPT after initial setup, or do they need to update? Yeah, so the technical answer, technically, no. They cannot update API keys from the chat because that would be totally insecure, and every developer in the world would want to lock me up if I told you to do that, and I wouldn't tell you to do that. However, you do have this thingamajig called the Flow Builder. The Flow Builder can securely use that key, and that is something that you could do with an external request. What we could do in your case, I'm not exactly sure what you want to do. Edit the API setup. They wouldn't be able to go against your plan. So put it this way. If in your plan you say, I'm providing all the API keys that I can provide, you can't provide, for example, an 11 Labs key because everyone would share voices and you can't do that. And you can't provide a Grok key for that very same reason. You can't share voices. If you did that, then on your platform, anyone that made a created voice would potentially be able to, it'd be some contamination possibly. So you can't do those. But for OpenAI and the rest, you can provide your own key. And if you say, only I'm providing the key, then there's no possible way that they can change their key. Even if they gave it to ChatGPT, there's no possible way. In the settings page, that option just doesn't exist for them on that plan. So that way you're always in full control. Hopefully that answers your question. It's so wild what we can do. It really is. Man, you're listening. Yeah, you're listening, but you're actually doing stuff. That's what's amazing about you, Jeff. Like, you're one of the people that you don't just talk about it, you do it. And I'm glad that you have shared some of your wins with us. Sure would love to have you join us on here. Yeah, see, everybody knows Jeff. Jeff is on fire with what he shared this week with. And see, thank you, Jeff, for doing that. That's why we have the best people, because they're sharing their knowledge, they're sharing their wins. Dude, that's really the best thing. And people, even if you gave people the master plan, so many people, they don't do anything. So don't ever be afraid of stealing stuff. Now, sometimes you got some sauce. Keep the sauce on the side, baby. But that's so good of you, Jeff, for sharing how you're using Wallet. And I'm telling you, Wallet has got the most room for growth in so many ways. Thank you, Mir, for joining us. You're amazing. The walkthrough page and white label is amazing for setup too. Yes. We'll update our, I just updated the documentation today, so hopefully it's clear. But again, this is our platform together. We all own it together. It only moves in the direction we want it to move in. And I'm just going to move as fast, as safely and securely as possible, because in this thing, the person, the people, the group that offer the best value fastest, I think will win. And I think we're going to win. Thank you so much, Charles. Oh, my Denise. When are we going to have another Google Meets, Denise? It's been way too long. And it's time for you to just put your AI flag in the ground every single place you want in Atlanta. I told you the places I want. I want quite a few places, but especially some restaurants. But you are the best, Denise. Thank you for hanging out. I made my first video ad with one of my own shirts with Grok. Yes, dude. And hey, you could have used CapCut. You could have used Final Cut. You could have done those things. And the question you got to ask yourself, everyone, and I'm on a soapbox tonight, boy, I'm on it. I'm so proud of you, and you could have done it. And here's the question you ask. If you had done everything manually, the old-fashioned way, the traditional way, do you think it would have been better, worse, or the same? For me, in Photoshop, I've got 10 plus years in Photoshop. Same with Final Cut. I mean, I'm nasty with Final Cut. Don't play. But the way that AI can do things now, like, and it do it in 30 seconds, legitimately be like in Final Cut, depending on what it is, it could take hours. And that's why it's been video editing and producing stuff's been expensive. This changes that whole thing, especially when, again, you're looking at B-roll, like we started off the talk with. The spirit of all of us here. That's true. And that goes for you too, man. I appreciate you, especially in Discord, helping people out. And, you know, helping people, dude, they're like, never, ever, ever will something bad come from helping people. Now, don't get taken advantage of. And y'all know me. If you know me, I will help anyone I possibly can, because I know, like, I'm planting a seed of goodness coming back to me every single time. Even when people do the wrong thing or do things that disappoint you, if you still do the right thing, even though it doesn't feel like, it'd feel better to just punch Claude in the face. Claude is a different story, but like, when you do the right things and you give positive vibes and you give compliments, dude, you don't know how far that can go with certain people. Again, don't get taken advantage of. I was in this, and I'm hanging out at our bar, our friends here with my monsters. How I feel right now. All the lames y'all can get off. I left one of the stores here locally. I got Vivi something, and I got myself something. And I had noticed the cash register lady. I've lived where I live for years, so I've never talked to this person outside of checking out, never more than 2 or 3 words. But the store was looking actually put together and nice. Like, the inside was, I noticed it, and so I was feeling kind of hyped today. And I just said, you know what, man, I don't mean to come across weird or anything like that, but in case you don't get told as often as you should, I've lived here a long time, and I just want to say I think you're doing an awesome job with this store. As I'm like walking back, dude, the look that this chick gave me, now the way she looked, I won't lie, she could probably beat me up, and I mean that in a nice way. She could be a UFC chick or something, dude. But so, you know, I was walking away quick, but I wanted to just, like, things looking good. She was doing something, looking to stay busy when you got so many lazy people out here that always want to talk and, you know, be in the stadium watching and not doing the things. But as soon as I said that, man, I feel like her whole day was elevated, which I think is a domino effect. And somehow, man, and this is what I believe, this is what CBB's always just had so much great luck with. Very, very, very few bad apples have ever entered our farm here. Instead of farm, our apple orchard. Very few people have entered the CBB nation and PMG fam that have not been just A1 top quality people. But if you just go a little bit, and when I left, I felt so good, because I know I felt her. Like, I pumped up this worker that's, you know, I don't know how much money they're making as a, you know, doing that job, but probably not a ton. But I know that she felt hyped. When I'm walking out, I felt good. And what happened, I see a dude pulling up in it was a Beamer, or honestly, I can't hardly tell the difference between a BMW and a Mercedes sometimes, unless I'm really looking at the logo or whatever, the emblem. But he was getting out. I was like, man, that's a nice car, man. And the dude looked at me at first like, what you say? And then I was like, that thing's sick. And I walk into my truck, and the dude got the biggest grin I've ever seen. He said, appreciate that, you know. And again, like, I hope that did a domino effect. I know this is nothing about chatbots and agents and systems. This is a human thing here, I guess. I wasn't planning on talking about that, but I want you guys to know that this is the type of people that we are here in the community. I don't know how it's happened. I'm thankful for YouTube for making those connections. And we've got a lot of fun things in store. If you think we're this mushy-gushy on the emotional side, just wait till you see how gangster we are on the tech side. Where's my PMG people at? All right, guys, I'm going to pull the plug on myself now. We've had some fun times, and everybody is a Gucci. And thank you so much for watching. If you got questions, as always, let us know. and be on the lookout for more videos on the way. All right, guys. Peace.